Today we continue our chapter number 12, and the topic we will study today is migration. Now, migration. What is migration? Movement of the people from one place to another is called migration. Then immigration. The act of leaving a country is called immigration, means out migration. When a person is leaving the country, then we say that immigration or immigration. The act of entering a country is called immigration. Immigration is also in migration. We can also call it in migration. Then immigrant. Those who migrate are called immigrant. The person, those who go out from the country, then we call them immigrants. And immigrant, those who in immigrate or in migrate are called immigrants. Okay, those who come or arrive in the country, these are called immigrants. Now, types of migration. There are three types of migration: internal migration, external or international migration, or seasonal migration. Internal migration is the movement of people within the country. Then we call them internal migration. Internal migration has four types: rural to urban, rural to rural, rural to urban to rural, and urban to urban. Then external or international migration, the movement of the people from one country to another for different purpose of settlement with the intention of staying a year or more. For example, Afghan refugees arrived in Pakistan to, okay, so these all migration is called internal migration due to several reasons: for medical purpose, for getting education, sometimes to escape torture, or political reasons as well. Then seasonal migration, the movement of the people within the country due to climatic change. For example, in winter season, northern areas to plain areas, people move from northern areas to plain areas due to some other reason as well, due to the cause of flood, famine, lack of rain. So many people move from third area to another area for the survival. So this is all called seasonal migration. Now, causes of migration. Why people migrate from one place to another? Causes: rural push factor. What is push factor? The negative factor which influence the people to leave one area and migrate towards other area. This is called rural push factor. Due to unemployment, okay, caused by mechanization in the farms, lack of health facilities in rural areas, then lack of schools, trained teachers, natural disasters, sometimes flood, famine, shortage of food, okay, lack of facilities, for example, shop, entertainment areas, hospitals, medical services, etc., and loss of land. So many land turn into barren one because of the waterlogging, salinity, some disaster, etc. So these are the rural push factor, the factor which make people to migrate from rural areas to urban areas. Okay. Then urban pull factor. What are the factor? Pull factor means the attractive factors of an area for various positive reason. Okay, due to several positive reason. Pull factor, attractive factor. Why people move towards urban areas? Because in urban areas more jobs opportunity available, better pay scale, okay, better education, better health care facilities, attraction of entertainment, more reliable food supply chain, better living standard. That is why people move. These are the causes of migration. Now, what are the problem caused in rural areas due to rural-urban migration? अब rural areas में what can be the problem when people start migrating? ठीक है, loss of worker, obviously less worker remaining in rural areas to workforce as in the agriculture. ठीक है, only the old and young left, fewer children, loss of service, education, medicines, public transport and shops, loss of infrastructure, roads, electricity, telephones, loss of educated people, women left behind, unbalanced sex ratio, then lack of government investment. If people would not be there, so obviously government not to prefer or provide any investment, or not to attract to invest in rural areas. So lack जब government invest नहीं करेगी, तो obviously less infrastructure facilities would be provided in those areas. So these can be the problem of rural areas due to rural urban migration. If people move from rural areas to urban areas, so these problem may cause in rural areas. Now, what are the effects of problems of population movement from rural to urban areas within Pakistan? Okay, the problem which Pakistan faced due to rural urban migration: shortage of housing in urban areas, especially water, air pollution, water shortage हो जाती है, air pollution may increase, unemployment in urban area increase, littering of street, which we have all observed, traffic congestion, spread of diseases because slums areas created, as rural people do not have enough resources, ठीक है, to live in good areas, so they created slums. Then crime, obviously violence and drug increase, crime rate increase due to unemployment and all these problems. Then obviously city or it burdenized the cities as well on the resources, city resources like schools, power supply, food supply, water supplies, and all that. Depopulation in rural areas, obviously, like in Balochistan as well, people do not want to live in that area, so depopulation occur in Balochistan. Then imbalanced sex ratio, less agriculture production. Okay, less agricultural production because people move from rural areas to urban areas in search of good job. So obviously no one remain for doing agriculture in rural areas. So these are imbalance हो जाएगा. Now the environmental problem caused by overpopulation: air pollution increase, noise pollution due to traffic and all, health problem, viral diseases may spread. Okay, then polluted water, no safe water for drinking. Then cleaning problem as well, means littering and garbage all around. So these environmental problems are caused due to overpopulation. Causes of immigrants from Pakistan, causes of out migration from Pakistan. Okay, what are the causes? Lack of jobs in Pakistan, that is why people move in other countries to find better job for higher wages, higher standard of living, to support family in Pakistan. Obviously because in Pakistan unemployment increased due to overpopulation, so people prefer moving from Pakistan to another country in search of job to support the family. Then opportunities such as construction in Middle East, unskilled, or to Malaysia, and um, skilled to Canada. So opportunities available for in Middle East as well in the construction company. In unskilled people move to Malaysia for and skilled to move to Canada in search of work over there in the in the industries and other sector. To support family in Pakistan, for medical treatment because of the medical issues, some people move for the medical facilities more provided in abroad. Then political instability, corruption, lack of security in Pakistan, that is why so many people move in other countries. Lack of development in rural areas, or government encouragement so that foreign exchange is sent back. Government also encourage immigrants so that they could earn foreign exchange as well. Pakistan can have more foreign exchange. Then advantages and disadvantages of immigration. Immigration, out migration, ठीक है. Advantages: collection of remittance in the form of foreign exchange, help to correct the balance of payment, easy flow of information technology to the country. Information technology move from abroad into Pakistan, rate of unemployment decrease, pressure reduce on the jobs within the country, investment in different project increase. Obviously, when people earn money, send remittance, so family may invest in other project as well. Strong cultural relation creating, cultural relations created. Then disadvantages, loss of educated people. When people move abroad to work over there, the Pakistan face lack of educated people, loss of skilled worker, and loss of taxes. Obviously, taxes reduce because income tax or property tax may reduce for the government when people move from abroad to settle and to work. Then another kind of migration is seasonal migration. And what are the causes of seasonal migration? To avoid from severe summer or winter, sometimes people move in winter or in summer as well. Okay? Uh, for example, in northern areas, people move from high pasture to lower in search of food and for their survival because of the extreme winter in northern areas. In the same way, some people move from Thar because of the severe summer, very hot, as well as shortage of water as well, no rain. That is why, to avoid from severe summer and winter, people move from one place to another for some particular time. Okay? Then move from mountainous area in winter to find jobs in plains. This is one of the reason. Nomadic movement होती है in search of pasture and water. We have studied earlier nomadic transhumans are practiced as well as nomadic lifestyle. People move from one place to another in search of their food and water for their animals. In mountains, take animals up to higher pasture in summer. When snow clears, bring animals down to valley pasture for winter. People move because transhuman practice in northern areas, okay, because of the severe climate. Work in cotton, sugar mills offer harvest, then return home when work finishes. People in cotton or sugar mills, they hired seasonal employment when at the time of harvesting. So they hired landlord or the farmer hired seasonal worker to work for particular season at the time of harvesting, and then they return back to their homes. Okay, move from the active floodplain to safe from flood. Sometimes people move for this purpose as well, and sometimes to enjoy holidays in summer and winter in the northern areas. People move from one place to another for particular or from short time period. This is called seasonal migration, and these are the causes. Self-help scheme. These are the small scale projects which allow local people to use their skills to help improve their local areas. The government has provided materials such as brick, cement, and glass to enable residents to improve their own homes. Like self-help scheme is basically a government sponsored scheme in which member of the community work to improve their living standard. The members contribute their labor or material, and government provide equipment and infrastructure facilities like roads and basic necessities, water supply as well. It is cheaper for the government than providing houses. They can spend the money saved on amenities like water and electricity. They they gave rise to greater self-sufficiency. It is also creates awareness so that they can look after themselves in the better way. This involved the city authority giving the resident of the shanty town free building material. The residents then provide the labor in order to build the new houses. Money that is saved by the government can then be spent on other things like infrastructure such as construction of roads, water supply, electricity, etc. Self-help scheme is very beneficial for the people because it reduces poverty, it provides shelter to low income families, create healthy environment, or give motivational to the local people to improve their living standard. It also reduce crime. People, member of this community, self-help scheme member, keep an eye on their unwanted people in their area. Um, Different NGOs uh, and the private organization also build up educational institute, schools. This also increase the literacy rate. It has some disadvantage as well, like construction material is very expensive, and obviously so many projects cannot be completed due to the high cost of construction material. Low income group have low savings, and they hardly finance their obviously their finance their contribution as well. Corruption or mishandling to fund is very common in such project. Such project like time taking is also time taking, and obviously complete due to administrative delay and financial problem. Strong leadership is also required to encourage people to developmental project or work in these housing facilities. More people are there is a need to attract more people from rural to urban areas. ठीक है. These type of housing facilities attract more people as well in rural areas to move into urban areas, which may cause overpopulation and problem. So these may be the problem of self-help scheme. Self-help scheme projects in Pakistan. Khuda Ki Basti, which was established at Gadab town. This scheme was initially started with only 80 square yard plots. Its aim to provide shelter to low-income families, those who willing to spend on housing project. Although all the targets set for the project were not achieved, the result of the first 3 years of the Progressive Development Scheme are quite encouraging. Some 2,800 families have settled in Khuda Ki Basti, and many have been able to construct semi-permanent houses. In these scheme, water supply, sewage system, and electricity have been supplied with the support of NGOs and obviously government organization. Another project is self-help scheme project is Orangi Power pilot project. It provides clean, hygiene, safe drinking water, better sanitation and infrastructure, which lead to less diseases and better health facilities. It also reduces death rate and infant mortality rate. These schemes provide water supply, roads, housing facilities for the poor and homeless people to improve their living standard. It also set up schools and clinic with the help of local community. These schemes also provide opportunity to set up businesses, leading to create job opportunities. But some of the schemes may suffer with the lack of investment and corruption and shortage of resources and electricity and water supply as well. Now this is all for today's class. Now the chapter is ended. The topic which the last topic we have covered, the self-help scheme and migration. This is the assignment. Why do some people go to live in other countries, or why do some people emigrate from Pakistan? Okay, the causes we have discussed, you are supposed to mention. Explain the advantage and disadvantage of immigration. Immigration, advantages and disadvantages we have already discussed in the slide. You are supposed to write advantages and disadvantages. Okay, why people uh, go from our country to abroad. Okay, why do some people make seasonal migration within Pakistan? The reason you are supposed to write, which we have already discussed. What are the push factors that have led to large number of people leaving the rural areas of Pakistan? The push factor you are supposed to write over here in this question. So this is all for today's class. I hope you would understand today's topic. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.